The Executive Council of Australian Jewry, or the ECAJ, sits at the apex of some 200 major Jewish communal organisations across Australia. We represent the interests of the Australian Jewish community to the national government, to national law enforcement agencies, to the national media, and to major ethnic and faith communities with whom we have a regular dialogue. Our functions cover virtually everything that affects our community's rights and freedoms to live securely and comfortably as Jews in Australia. We not only monitor, record and speak out against anti-Semitism, but when necessary, we take people who publish anti-Semitic material to the Australian Human Rights Commission and even to the Federal Court, as we have done in at least 2 cases which involve notorious Holocaust deniers, and we were successful on both occasions. We are the only Jewish organisation to have done so. Government funding for our community's security needs, compensation for Holocaust survivors, protection of our religious freedoms to practice shechitah and brit milah, the content of school curricula in teaching about Israel and the Holocaust, liaising with the federal government to stamp out child abuse, the commemoration of the Shoah, the remembrance of our wonderful Jewish Anzacs, and support for the smaller Jewish communities outside of Sydney and Melbourne are all part of what we do day by day.
My main work here is to monitor and document anti-Semitism, both incidents and discourse. I author the annual ECAJ anti-Semitism reports. This year's report, the 2017 report, will show a 9.5% increase in anti-Semitic incidents. One of the main developments this year has been the rise of a new group, a neo-Nazi group, and been very busy with anti-Jewish and anti-gay propaganda and with posters and stickers. Some of the posters are here. For example, one is calling to legalise the execution of Jews. This is very disturbing, but as part of my work, I'm keeping a very close eye on them. I also monitor the anti-Israel movement in Australia. My articles on this have been published in the Jerusalem Post, Times of Israel, Jewry and Australian media. Some of my photos from protests were even tabled in the New South Wales Parliament this year.
He is the author of the Anti-Israel Agenda Inside the Political War on the Jewish State. Alex, thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
My work largely involves political advocacy, engaging with our politicians and journalists on the matters of greatest concern to the Australian Jewish community.
What fuels the anti-Israeli agenda, or what's happening here?
Israel is a vibrant democracy. It's the only democracy in the Middle East. I also edit our quarterly magazine, the Australian Jewish Quarterly, and earlier this year I had published my first book titled The Anti-Israel Agenda Inside the Political War on the Jewish State.
The ECAJ is democratic, transparent and accountable to the whole Jewish community for everything we do. Thanks to the work of generations of leaders of the ECAJ over more than 70 years, we can say that Australia continues to be one of the best places in the world for Jews to live, with a social and political environment that is among the most benign anywhere in the world.